Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome to the John DeVito Show. All right, I've got a unique one today. I did not get up with a plan to do this podcast this morning, but this is something I just cannot not do a podcast about. So I don't even know where to begin about this. This is absolute just craziness. And let me just kind of get into this and explain it a little bit as to what's going on. So anyway, I grew up in a small town in New Hampshire. It's a beautiful town. Atkinson, New Hampshire, a little small town. It's about 40 miles from Boston, so it's right over the Massachusetts border. It's a very popular commuter town for people that want to drive into Boston, but also want to live in tax-free New Hampshire. Atkinson's a beautiful town. I think it has roughly maybe 7,000 residents, somewhere in that ballpark, give or take. There's a 2-acre zoning ordinance in this town where you have to come in and build your house on a certain acreage in order to maintain the small town charm that it has. I grew up in this town. It's an absolutely beautiful town. New Hampshire, wonderful state. I love New Hampshire. I grew up there. State motto: live free or die. It's very much a conservative state, even for the most part. Most of the Democrats that live in Massachusetts are moderate Democrats. You don't get too many real left wing nut jobs like you do in so many other places. Now, the one thing that has happened quite a bit is that in Atkinson, since it's so close to the Massachusetts border, you have a lot of people that have become unhappy with the state of things in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is extremely liberal. It's very much like living in California. It is a left wing state, and you get a lot of people that get tired of the control, the government control, and the things like that in Massachusetts, and they go up over the border into New Hampshire. There are a number of wonderful communities right along the Massachusetts border where you can move into New Hampshire. Unfortunately, some of these people bring with them the politics that they despise so much in Massachusetts, and they're looking to turn New Hampshire into more of a liberal state. So you do get that a lot along the border. You get a lot of these towns that have historically been conservative that have now switched over and are more of liberal towns, especially, like I said, on the border of Massachusetts. Now, that being said, I'm trying to set the background a little bit. Again, Atkinson, beautiful town, nice houses, good school system, really good people. I still have a lot of friends that live in Atkinson, and I'm very proud to say I'm from that town. It was really a wonderful place to grow up, and I have a lot of good memories of living in that town. And right now, I still own my father's house, which is in Atkinson. We unfortunately had to move him into assisted living, and now he's going to be going into a nursing home. But we've held on to the the property. So I do occasionally go up to Atkinson at this point. And as many of you remember, I was just in Atkinson about 2 weeks ago for the Trump rally that was at the Atkinson Country Club, which is right in the backyard of where my father's house is. So anyway, I'm going to read this news report. It's rather lengthy, but I feel like I need to read through this so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. Now, who out there is familiar with a diaper spa? You heard me right. A diaper spa. All right. Here's the news article. Then we're going to talk about it. This was in the Lawrence Eagle Tribune, which is a newspaper up on the North Shore of Massachusetts. And that's a newspaper that a lot of people read in the Merrimack Valley area of Massachusetts and into southern New Hampshire. So this is the article, and we are going to read it right now. Atkinson, a new diaper spa and bed and breakfast that invites adults to wear diapers in a nursery-like atmosphere while engaging in services described as therapeutic is drawing concern from residents of the quiet community. You heard that right, people. A diaper spa, and it's also a bed and breakfast, and it provides a nursery-like atmosphere. Now, trust me, I have a lot to say on this. I'm going to try to get through this article without laughing because this to me is just unbelievable. So here we go. Furthermore, into the article, the diaper spa at 23 Pope Road in Atkinson, New Hampshire, is advertised as a physician-run diaper salon and serves all. I'm sorry. Let me compose myself. It serves all diaper-wearing individuals who seek acceptance, respite, and care, according to its website. A business filing with the New Hampshire Secretary of State's office was rejected. Thank God for New Hampshire that there's somebody that's thinking with a right state of mind. The same filings show spa owner Colleen Ann Murphy created the business in December of 2023. So obviously it's a new business. Maybe that was a New Year's resolution. I don't know. And it's categorized by the state as a healthcare and social assistance business. Atkinson Police Chief Tim Crowley said the business may already be operating. Crowley said he believes its owner is in the process of applying for or has already applied for a business license with the town. Town Administrator John Apple could not confirm if the business has submitted an application to the town. He could not provide further comment. Messages for Murphy were not immediately returned. Quite frankly, do you blame Murphy for not returning? I imagine he's probably pretty surprised there's a diaper spa operating in his town. At the time of publication of this story, the Eagle Tribune, the newspaper, wasn't able to get a copy of their application if it had been filed. Okay, here we go. Advertised services at the diaper spa include free 30-minute call with the resident diaper doctor, Doc Murphy, to connect to discuss services and a spa-like nursery experience from the little one inside of you. Oh my God, I can't get through this. So a spa-like nursery experience for the little one inside of you, providing a warm, safe, and nurturing environment while you indulge in relaxation for $350 an hour. So obviously there's some money in the adult diaper spa business business model. All right, and if you don't feel like going in person, now if you're out there, I've got a lot of listeners in Connecticut. By the way, shout out to Connecticut. You are number one in my listeners for this month, and I really appreciate that. But I've got people in Texas, California, all 50 states, different countries. So if you're my listener over in Slovenia, don't worry. You can be a part of this if you are not close to New Hampshire. So virtual and Zoom playdates for personalized care in interactive sessions from the comfort of your own home are $200 per hour. A live telephone call with Doc is $150 hourly, and texting with her is $100 per hour, according to the spa website. I'm not sure how you get like a diaper experience via text unless you're sending pictures. Who knows? All right, now that's right there. Those were the budget numbers. Now, more expensive services range from $500 per hour to $1,700 for a complete 24-hour diaper B&B, according to the website. Atkinson police have already received calls from worrisome residents about the business. Geez, I can't imagine why. This is a little small family town. I mean, God forbid some of the residents might be concerned that there's people, adults, walking around in adult diapers around the neighborhood. I mean, Jesus. So there are a lot of concerns, and we're still learning about it, Crowley said. Crowley described the neighborhood near Pope Road. Now, I know where this is. When I was a kid, we used to play baseball here. There was a baseball field, and I know it's changed a lot. There's a lot of nice houses in that area. But Pope Road is largely residential and is in the vicinity of senior living apartments, a 55-plus residential community, and single-family homes. It's a very nice neighborhood, and it really is. Atkinson's a very nice town. The house at 23 Pope Road is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath home measuring just under 6,000 square feet. It last sold on October 24th, 2022 for $1.25 million, according to the assessing records. While the business is unusual for a quiet town, you think? There are no violations of law at this time, Crowley said after looking at its website and the services provided. Yeah, it's normal. Adults going in, dressing in diapers. I mean, I have so many questions. Do they soil their diapers? Is there a giant crib? I mean, do you literally sit in a giant crib in your diaper with your pacifier in your thumb in your mouth, looking up at the mobile, spinning around with music above you? And do you purposely soil yourself? Does the woman change your diapers? Do they put powder in your bottom? So many questions, so little time from my perspective. So Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. And I may have to, I don't know, I may have to call this business and get them on the air and see if I can actually talk to them about what in the hell they're thinking, destroying this beautiful town of Atkinson, New Hampshire. And I did see someone post that, Atkinson has now become infamous. And it's unfortunate because it's a beautiful town. And again, 99.9% of the people in Atkinson are just wonderful, great, educated, just good salt of the earth people, and you get this lunatic putting up this business in town. So hopefully they do find that there is some type of violation where they can shut this place down. I mean, I would think if they applied for a business license and they were rejected by the Secretary of State, that there should be grounds for removal right there. But anyway, Crowley, the police chief, said he hasn't had the chance to speak with the business owner and is unaware if anyone else in town has had conversations with the owner. The Diaper Spa is located only a half a mile away from Woodlock Park. Residents voiced their concerns on social media about the Diaper Spa's public activities and its proximity to a park with adjacent trails frequented by families and their children. Can't blame them. I mean, again, with everything we've seen in this country right now, with Epstein's Island and all the other perverse things that are happening right now in the United States and across the world, I mean, parents have a damn right to be concerned about this type of business being located right down the street from a park. And again, especially when there are walking trails. I mean, are they out in their playpen in the backyard? I mean, who knows what these people are doing in this house? And these are things that young children and families and really anybody. I mean, I'm 56 years old. I don't want to see some lunatic adult in this diaper walking around the backyard, or who knows, crawling around the backyard. Who knows if he can walk at this point? But so on the website, the Diaper Spa lists access to trails in the area as an amenity. So that is scary right there. So these lunatics in their adult diapers are going to be walking around in the woods in their friggin' diapers. I mean, Jesus. All right, so there's a quote here from a resident. It says, "We have a trail practically from the backyard leading along a pond and a private walk to a fun park all year." So that's actually the website that's talking about this. And they're selling this as you can walk from their house to a trail to this park where young families are enjoying this park. Are you friggin' kidding me? Among concerned residents is Kayla Gallagher. Kayla, I'm with you, and I don't blame you. She's a mother of three children. She heard about the spa through some neighbors, describing it as a sexual fetish business. For her, she's concerned about field trips to the local playground, which are advertised on the spa's website. There is something that I will never be willing to expose my kids to, so now we will no longer be able to go and use this park, Gallagher said. The park is a safe place for her to watch her children play, and she doesn't want that taken away. 100%, she is right. This is ridiculous. The owner, Murphy, has listed as a doctor of medicine who is a board-certified diplomat and certified sexologist by the American Board of Sexology, whatever the hell that is, according to the group's website. The American Board of Sexology is an association that provides professional standards with guidelines to the sexology community. It certifies practitioners that meet the requirements of a sexology certification training program, according to the website. On LinkedIn, a social media site where individuals compile job histories, credentials, and educational backgrounds, Murphy said she is an independent artist, creative collaborator, integrative medical physician, intimacy and relationship coach, and sex therapist. So Gallagher said Murphy's online artistic presence has her worried with images of children and the idea of some of the Diaper Spa offering services. One service is listed as a playdate with a little, she added. Gallagher wants clarification on the term little. What the fuck is going on in this town? Our children are being exploited these days, Gallagher said. Children not being around any sexual material, their brains are not happening, and what is happening, that worries me. Murphy, who was a hospitalist physician at Waldo County Hospital in Maine from 2016 till 2023, according to LinkedIn. So, man, all right, here's one more quote from this lunatic in Atkinson. So, two quotes, actually. I'm going to read these, and then we're going to talk about this a little bit. So, I am an LGBTQIA+, kink+, sex+ therapist. I specialize in helping those walking their own path or crawling on their own path, I assume, including consensual, non monogamous relationships such as polyamorous, open relationships, swingers, LGBTQ, kink, BDSM, sex erotic workers, according to the psychologytoday.com listing. I enjoy helping people find their own voice. I love to support people as they strengthen their sense of identity, explore boundaries, and learn consent. Resolving trauma, which, yes, I get trauma is a big thing, grief or shame can be an extremely important part of our work process. Whatever you choose for us to actively work on together improves your interpersonal relationships and every other aspect. I want to empower you to embrace your entire potential. We can do this together. I'm waiting for you. I have sliding scale fees to make this your reality. You feel the bond. Let's make this happen according to the listing. All right, that's the end of the article. So that is what's happening in Atkinson, New Hampshire, my hometown, a beautiful town, wonderful people. And if you were choosing a town to raise a family, this would be right at the top of your list. I'm telling you right now, it's a beautiful place. But this type of business operating in a small town near a park or a playground where they're advertising walking paths where you can have a field trip and go out to this park is absolutely disgustingly reprehensible. These type of things cannot be allowed. The people of Atkinson, New Hampshire, right now are circulating a, I think, what you would call it, a petition, and they are looking to stop this from happening. And unfortunately, now it's just gotten local attention. But I'm sure once the word gets out there, this is going to become more of a national story. And it's such an embarrassment to the town of Atkinson. I'm telling you right now, people, if you haven't been to Atkinson, New Hampshire, beautiful town, like I said, great people, but this is a family town. You have a lot of children, you have a lot of families that are just looking to have a quiet, happy location to raise their families. And I'm not one that is here to tell anybody what to do with their lives. I mean, again, you know me. I've talked about this time and time again on my podcast. I don't care if you're gay, straight, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, male, female, whatever it is. I don't care. It means nothing to me. Those things are all irrelevant. Good people are good people. Bad people are bad people. And I welcome anyone into my life that's a moral person, a good person, someone that cares about the betterment of society. This business has no place being in Atkinson, New Hampshire. The residents of Atkinson, New Hampshire need to be up in arms over this, and you need to demand that the state, the city, the town, whatever it may be, intervenes and shuts this down. Because again, it only takes one child to be affected. I mean, again, if you're going into this park and you're walking on these trails in the summer, I mean, Atkinson's a beautiful town to walk around in, and you walk by this house and you see adults in diapers in the backyard. I mean, that's perversion. And again, I'm not here to judge these adults that feel the need to do this. I'm not sure why in the hell you would feel the need to dress up in a diaper and be I don't know, be cuddled by whoever. And I don't even know. I want to learn more about the experience where you actually have your own nursery. So, I mean, are you literally sitting in there and having someone change your diapers and feed you a bottle? And I mean, do you breastfeed? I mean, what the hell is going on in this town? But to my friends in Atkinson, God bless all of you. And you all need to band together and stand up against this perversion. This is absolutely disgusting. And this is part of the problem that people have with this whole woke movement in this country right now. I mean, back in the day when I was a kid, whatever people did in the quiet of their home was done in the quiet of their home. And again, if you had people that were gay, I mean, there were plenty of people that were gay when I was a kid. No one cared. I didn't care who somebody was sleeping with. It was a private matter between two people, and whatever you did in the bedroom, whether you were heterosexual, gay, whatever, it is what it is. And it was no one else's business other than the people in that house. So here, they've got this business going. They're making a lot of money. They're advertising this on a website. This is bringing disgrace to a beautiful town. So my friends in Atkinson, I am sorry. I love all you guys up there. I have a lot of friends that still live in Atkinson. I don't get up there as much as I used to, but this is just insane. So check it out. You can Google the story about the diaper spa in Atkinson, New Hampshire. Google the story, read about it on the internet. And I mean, Who knows? If this is happening in this small town, I'm sure things like this are happening in small towns across the country, and this shit needs to be eradicated from our society. I love you all. I love my friends in Atkinson. Say no to the diaper spa, and I don't even know what else to say other than thank you for tuning into the John DeVito show. I love all of you. I am just shocked that this is happening, and hopefully the residents of Atkinson can stop this from happening. All right, I love all of you, and thank you for tuning into the John DeVito show. Have a great day.